Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In today's video, I will be covering the queens versus pawn. So let's get started. So here we go. Let's start with talking about the queen positions, winning positions for this queen. So the B pawn, the D and the E and the G pawns, they all going to be the same method, the same technique that the queen is going to use to achieve the win here. So we're going to basically have a couple of checks to get the queen closer to that pawn, and then I will show you what we will do after that. So queen check, king d2, and we basically progressing with that queen closer, c5, king d, and king d4, queen d4 here check, and that is what we want to achieve. That square, I call it the diamond square. You can call it $1 million square. Since it is very important square, it forces the king to go down, and that's because that's the only move that can protect the pawn to promote it after. And with that queen on e3, the last move that we're going to do is, or last check here that we're going to do is queen to d3. Now we are attacking the king and we attacking the pawn at the same time, which leads to the king going to e1, and that is the only way we actually going to progress with our kings. Since you know we cannot just checkmate with the queen, so even if you're going to capture that pawn for free, you will need your king to checkmate. So and of course if he goes to f2, unfortunately we're going to just repeat that technique all the time until our king is closer. So we're gonna check again, do the same, exactly the same thing, check again, check on f4, and again that diamond square that I told you about, that forces the king to go down, check, and behind the pawn, and that's why we can progress. And just pay attention in your games if you are playing this, that if the king goes to d1 or f1, you will be pinning them. Means that pawn is not going to be promoted to e1, and this way we can also progress with our king. So if the king goes back behind the pawn, this is how we're going to progress with our king. And check, that forces again the king to go, and this is the way we're going to capture the pawn. And you guys know how to checkmate by progressing, and here we get to the checkmate. This technique is going to be the same thing for G, the G pawn, the E pawn, the D pawn, and the B2 pawn. So I hope I helped you today. I tried to make this video short that it's easy to watch. I will be following this video with part 2, where I cover the bishop pawn and the rook pawn, since it's completely different than what we covered today. Hope to see you soon. Bye.